Okay, well, hello everyone. It's Renee Liao here back again, and I want to do a video today just to update you guys on, of course, my journey now, having taken the Fountain of Life for the past 3 years. And so I will attach a link to the very first video I did after taking Fountain of Life for like a few months or a year. And now, I guess, fast forward, it's been about 3 years of me taking this product, and I thought, why not do a video? Actually, I want to do one every year, but why not do a video today and share with you guys what has been my experience now taking the Fountain of Life for the past 3 years. And I won't sort of get into all the other stories that I have collected from like thousands of people now, but just on my own sort of personal testimonials. So the one thing I want to start off with is just kind of go back to, I guess, what I was sharing in my first video. A lot of it had to do with like my skin and my hair. And just want to kind of show, I guess, just a quick reminder of the previous things I had before. So here's sort of, I guess, a photo of me before. And that was my hair before I started taking the Fountain of Life. And you probably would have seen in some of my videos that hormonal imbalance, too much of this alpha reductase enzyme that converts to testosterone to the DHT, and that DHT is can actually shrink the hair follicle. So I was experiencing this. I was about 37 back then. I'm now 40 years old. And again, it's been a great change for me. So those are my photos again before. You can kind of see how I had a lot of, I guess, gappage or sort of gaps in my hair back then. If you look at my video today, I don't really have these issues anymore. So really, really happy about that. And again, I still take 2 to 3 full droppers of Fountain of Life today, and it is phenomenal at keeping that just the full head of hair, and it's just really, really phenomenal. So again, that's sort of, I guess, an update or a continuation. So again, this was before. That was about 5 or 6 weeks after taking the Fountain of Life, and my hair had already started to grow in really, really nicely. And today, of course, it's even better, I think, right? So one thing that I did want to mention as well is I'm becoming like a huge fan of the Fountain of Life, and I take it every day. And the company actually started putting the Fountain of Life into, of course, different products. Well, initially came from the skincare line, which I still use today, but they started putting it into this really amazing shampoo, body wash, and conditioner that I also use every single day. I was using the men's version called the Posh Captive, which was phenomenal. I actually switched recently to this one over here to show you guys. This one over here. And this one is actually the ladies version, I guess. So this version over here, I'm gonna stop my screen here, is actually, as you can see here, it says for women, but really, both men and women can use it. The reason why I want to use this one here is because it has aloe vera, it has biotin, it also has the Norwegian spruce extract, which is the Fountain of Life, again, inside the shampoo and body wash. It smells freaking amazing. Like when I don't know if you ever met with that commercial, like Irish Spring back in the days, and they cut the soap bar and it's like a huge, amazing, I guess, nature smell. This smells not that strong like Irish Spring, but it just has a really awakening smell. Very, very nice. And I personally love shampooing with this. Of course, body wash as well too. They do have a matching conditioner that also has, of course, acai berry, biotin, and of course the Norwegian spruce extract, which is Fountain of Life inside this. But most guys don't really use conditioner, so I don't really use this, but I would recommend it if you were a girl. But for me, definitely, I use this on a daily basis. Again, it's the new sensual, posh sensual. Yeah, so yeah, that's really fantastic for the hair. And my hair, I guess because of the lockdowns being a little bit longer, but even actually using this product, it really feels, I guess, much more manageable and much more softer. So I'm sure you'll find tons of other people sharing the testimonials, of course, on the Posh Sensual shampoo body wash conditioner, but I want to focus on again today with the Fountain of Life. So that was kind of just a quick update, of course, with my hair. I did mention before that I had a snowboarding accident before I started to take Fountain of Life, and it was pretty bad to the point where I had basically landed on my arm, and it was solid ice, and basically I could feel my shoulder, my left shoulder, literally jolt in and out, and I was literally in the snow, like face into the snow because it was so much pain. I was there for about 5 minutes just holding my shoulder. Got down the hill, of course, went home, and It was never the same since then, because anytime I would try to wash my hair, I couldn't lift my arm up properly. If I were to carry groceries, it would just trigger that pain. I tried acupuncture, a bunch of stuff too. And so nothing was really, really helping until, of course, I started taking the Fountain of Life. And literally within like 2, 3 weeks of taking the product, the pain went away. About 95% of the pain, I guess it's all the inflammation that was built inside, like deep down inside, went away. And so since then, of course, I've been able to, keep the pain free. I have way better flexibility, full flexibility in my arms again, no issues behind. And so again, that was really great at just my shoulder pain. That's another thing I do want to mention, since of course taking the Fountain of Life. So the next part that I want to focus on was also in regards to my weight loss. So just a quick, again, kind of, I guess way back, playback, throwback, if you want to call it that. Here's again, just a photo of me when I first started taking, oops, not this one over here. When I first started taking the Fountain of Life. So that was in March of 2018. It actually launched this product in February of 2018. I started taking it in March, and just by maintaining my usual everyday routine, I wasn't working out more, I wasn't jogging more, I wasn't eating less. In fact, in Taiwan at the point in time, if you know, Taiwan is known for the seafood. I was pigging out, drinking like crazy. But still, just by maintaining what I was doing and then adding on the Fountain of Life, I actually lost about 13 pounds. Of course, since then, I have maintained this optimal body weight. But what's really key is that because my shoulder pains went away, it allowed me to really get back to doing, I guess, more of the things I used to love doing before my snowboarding injury, like going to the gym and working out. And so I guess since then, I've actually sort of put on some, I guess, some muscles. I'm not going to show that in this video. It's not really important, but I think you can tell just by my face that the weight has kept off, and that's been phenomenal. The next really, really cool thing is that, so this is again in May of 2018. What happened was in Taiwan, they have these really cool clinics where you can do like a whole body checkup. You go in at like, so you don't eat at night, you don't drink water in the morning, you go in at like 8, 9 in the morning, and you're in this huge, like, fancy building, and there's all these rooms, all these doctors, and you go through a whole roundabout for about 3 to 6 hours, depending on what you want to get done, and they do a whole body checkup. So here's actually just a quick overview. You can see here, this was done in December 21st of 2018. So this was, I guess I started taking it February of 2018. By the end of 2018, this was actually my full blood test results. And you can see that's my name, Renee Kong Young Liao. And so I'm going to sort of go into piece by piece here what's happened for me, because it's really remarkable. I didn't even realize how, I guess, unhealthy I was at that point in time. But of course, and then so that was back in December of 2018. Here is the one that I got done again in October the 15th. Now, forgive, this is like the Taiwan years. If you know Taiwan, they started counting their years at a different point in time. It's actually the following year. So you hit to, basically you hit to add essentially a few more years, but to calculate back to our calendar year. But 2019, essentially in July. So July of 2019 is when I did this blood test. And again, I had the same things done. So to zoom in here, what happened to me before was I didn't realize that I actually, well, I kind of figured that I had high cholesterol. So before, my cholesterol numbers were 223. And again, you can see here the range should be 130 to 200. I was 223. 7 months later, after doing being on FOL again, I actually increased my dosage to taking 2 to 3 full droppers per day. I think I started taking like half a dropper or one dropper. At this point in time, I was taking at least 3 full droppers per day. My cholesterol in July of next year became 203. So from 223, it went down to 203, still a little bit high, but of course it did go down over those 7 months of time frame. Also, I didn't realize that, but they told me that I was actually borderline, essentially pre-diabetic. So my sugar level was actually 101. And again, it should be in the range of 70 to 100. So that was a sort of wake-up call for me, kind of got me shocked. But when I went back again, and again, by the time I did my second blood test work, it's not like I started eating any healthier or started, doing anything crazy. It's really just the same routine, same everything. But anyways, you can see here that my sugar from 101 went down to 93. So that was great because, I was really nervous about my sugar levels. My dad has a history of diabetes. So I'm just glad that my sugar levels are back in the proper range, which is again here 93. I also didn't realize that I had some inflammation, or the white blood cell count was a little bit high. So the monocytes, and I can't even pronounce this thing, eosinophils, whatever. It was over 10, it was 10.07, and over 5, so that's 6.60. So just remember monocytes in this E word. So it was over, it's 10.07 and 6.60. Again, afterwards, the same thing here. You can look over here, the monocyte from over 10 down to 4.8, and from over 6 down to 5.8 for this eosinophil. So that was a huge, great thing for me, that I was able to, again, reduce more inflammation. If those of you who understand, inflammation, type 2 diabetes, it goes hand in hand. In fact, inflammation has a lot of other issues with health-wise. So I was really glad to reduce inflammation in my body. Of course, if you are in Asia or you typically enjoy drinking, it's going to be a huge thing here. You can see here. So I had fatty liver basically, and that wasn't really a surprise, but it's just a wake-up call when you see your blood test work, right? So my fatty liver was actually 32 and 38 for this SGOT and SGPT. But again, normal range should be 10 to 27 or 5 to 33. I was 32 and 38. And, once you have, fatty liver, typically it's not easy to deal with, because the liver, there's no sign of pain, right? It's like, if you ever feel pain, it's kind of gone too far. So anyways, it's 32 and 38 for the SGOT, SGPT. Again, 7 months later, roughly, you can see here, my SGOT, SGBT down to 20 and 18. This was huge. So again, just to go back here, before it was 32 and 38, okay, 32 and 38, and now it's gone down to 20 and 18. So that was massive for me, was to really get into control the liver. Again, any kind of fatty liver long-term is just not going to be healthy for you. So that was a huge, huge blessing, again, by having this product. And the last thing that happened in terms of the blood test work was my uric acid. So my uric acid before was 7.3. Now for males, it should be in a range of 3.5 to 7.2, and that's for females. So for me, it was actually just over, which again is a kind of like an indication of gout. And so that was not going to be a good thing for me. Again, I was a bit concerned about that. So 7.3, and after 7 months later, went back down to 6.2 for UA, the uric acid. So that's, again, this is my own personal results after being on Fountain of Life. At this point in time, it's been about 1.5 years of me being on the product. So, I think it's just key to mention, because sometimes people expect to have these miracle results, within like a day or a week or even a month. And some people do see fast results, like I did. From my hair was more noticeable, my shoulder pain going away. But in terms of like the blood test work, and cholesterol and sugar and uric acid and inflammation and fatty liver, again, I just wanted to make it clear that I've been on this product consistently for 1.5 years, and it's a natural product. It's the most natural thing out there. It's from the Norwegian spruce tree. There's no vitamins, there's no anything else. It's just pure lignin from nature. And that was a huge, huge thing that I did. And I hope that this gives you guys who have the same issues some help. Some other really cool things I have noticed now is, number one, canker sores. So I didn't realize this, but canker sores are actually somewhat also related to the liver, according to Chinese philosophies and I guess TCM, traditional Chinese medicine. And so I used to get canker sores, every now and then. I might eat some fried wings, maybe I might bite my cheek inside chewing something. Maybe I'm sort of too, it's called yi hei or ruchi in Chinese, and you get canker sores, right? Since taking the Fountain of Life, especially in the last 2 years and almost 2.5 years now, I have not had one canker sore since then. I might, I still might bite my mouth inside, but every time I bite my mouth, I immediately grab this, and this becomes like the go-to for everything. And I would put it on the inside of my mouth and push it against whichever part that I bit, and that canker sore never comes. And that's just a huge thing, because I used to hate getting canker sores. I used to have braces and get them all the time, but even after getting off the braces, I would still get them, because we eat deep fried stuff or fried stuff, and typically that might give you canker sores. I've not had one canker sore since then, which is just because everyone hates canker sores, right? That's been huge. And also, the other key that I want to mention, as I made some notes here, because so many things have changed for me, was sore throats. If you've ever had a sore throat before, and I used to get them at least in 1 year, like at least 2 to 3 times. Sometimes it's from overuse, but and because I travel so often before for the business, pre-pandemic times, I'd be in 10 countries at least per year, traveling at least once every 2 months or so. And it's like exhausting, right? You travel, you land, you're doing presentations, whatever it is. So I used to get a lot of sore throats, like at least 2 or 3 times a year. Ever since taking the Fountain of Life, I have not had one sore throat. Anytime I feel any kind of like a tingling in the throat, or weakness in the body, you might feel something that's coming on to you, like that cold or that flu. I dosage up on this, and I leave it. Actually, I take it. I actually leave it on my throat area and kind of sit there and kind of gargle a little bit, and then swallow it slowly, and that's all I do. And so we all kind of normally know when your sore throat's going to come, because the day before it feels weird. But every time I have that feeling, I put a Fountain of Life in the throat, and I never have a sore throat the next day. So again, if you ever have issues with sore throats, definitely take this as well too. In relation to sore throats, again, sometimes you might get a sore throat because you have that seasonal flu, right? And I've never been a person ever to take the flu shot. Never have, never will. That's just my own choice. But of course, I would usually be down once a year, where you have that, that usual flu where you're really sick. You have runny nose, you have sore throat, you're sneezing, you have headaches, you lie in bed for like 5, 6 days, right? And you try to take Buckley's or something like that. Remarkably, ever since taking the Fountain of Life in February of 2018 till today, February the 18th, oh, funny enough, of 2021, I have not had a flu, a fever, no, knock on wood, right? Anything like that since being on this product. This is a phenomenal, phenomenal product. Just, I guess, to really boost your immune system. And so really, that's sort of like my quick summary of this. Now, what actually also happened was, in Taiwan, I even jammed my toe. So if you ever jam your toe on like a piece of furniture, and again, I jammed it once, and it was already sore like crazy, and but it didn't turn black yet. But like a week and a bit later on, I jammed the same toe again. It's just bad luck, and my toe actually again was bleeding. So it was bleeding, and of course the whole thing turned black. Eventually, the nail actually fell off because it actually was just dead. So I was so nervous about not growing back a nail properly. So I started dropping this directly onto the open part of my toe every single day, and slowly by slowly, I would see my toenail growing out. And today, if I were to show you, it's kind of weird to do this on video, but my toe is fully grown again, right? So it's just amazing that this product. But what was actually really shocking was, as it was growing back again, 3 times the charm, I jammed it again, just bad luck. And from a perfectly growing toenail, a bit of it was starting to turn black, but it was still growing, but a part of it was black. It was like a black streak along the toenail. Anyways, I kept putting this on. Today, again, the black piece kept pushing out because it's still growing, growing, growing. And I have my toe back again. So that's been another bonus for me, because I've always seen people that have like busted toes. I didn't ever want to have that for myself. That was nice to have. And then the final thing that happened, well, two more things here, or three more things, was that in Singapore, when I was going through there, some of my customers and partners gave me this. And you probably saw it before. It's one of those Nano Mist. And I was like, well, that's cool. Thank you for it. What they actually did, some of my customers, is they actually put Fountain of Life into the water that you put with these Nano Mist sprays, right? So it basically takes water and converts it into like a Nano Mist. And they actually would use this and kind of do this over their face, right? And I started doing that. And one thing that I realized that they said was happening for them was that if you ever have like tired eyes, or like you feel like using the phone too much, your eyes feel tired or weak, it actually really helps to just get rid of that tired feeling around the eye. So a lot of people, again, just sort of would actually drop this directly, on the temples of their eyes. Some of them would actually just spray it like this, again, over their face, on top of their eyes as well too. Again, it's not recommended to put this in your eyes. I'm just saying, sort of topically spraying it, on the side. I find great benefits as well for my own eyes because I think nowadays everyone's using the actual computer so much, right? So that's been a great little bonus to having this, and just to sort of, and even just to sort of have it on the table and let it be there, and just sort of gets to spray the room up a little bit. It's great. It just feels really great too. Two more things here was I was in Taiwan just previous year, and I was playing badminton, and I actually rolled my ankle. It was really bad. So basically, I was going right. The birdie came left. I basically lunged leftwards. In trying to go back, I actually sort of had my ankle in a weird position. I actually rolled over my ankle, and all I heard was like this noise, like a bone, like going gook gook. It's almost like something went in and out. And so, of course, I was freaking out. I thought I had destroyed my ankle. I looked down. It was still straight, but of course, right away, it just started to swell and swell. And people actually wanted to carry me off the court, but I was like, you know what? No, just don't touch my ankle. I wasn't sure what happened. I actually had to back paddle on my butt back to my seat, and just started to get some ice as well too. But of course, I just started putting Fountain of Life because one of the really famous traditional Chinese medicine doctors who live in the area, he has a lot of customers that are also using this now too. And I heard him say that if you ever have any kind of like an issue like that, you can put FOL directly onto the skin and get saran wrap and wrap it around that area to keep the liquid on top of that swollen area. I did that for like 3 or 4 days straight, and lo and behold, my ankle is back to normal. It took about a week, and I was already back on the courts playing badminton. So that's been really cool. And the last thing here was just again for the actual skin, because again, I love Fountain of Life. The company is so ingenious at putting it in different types of usages, and so they actually have this in their day cream and also in their night cream. So the day cream is called Revive 5D. The night cream is called Quad AG. It also has this other really cool technology called microsilver, but I won't get into that. But I use these every single day, and I love the fact that my skin, I used to get pimples every now and then. I don't get them anymore. So they have basically a cleanser called the dual action hydrating cleanser. It's really cool. It's coconut extract, so it's really, really moisturizing. I do use a day cream and the night cream every single day. They do have two other things that I use as well. One, of course, is their Eternal 5 eye serum. I use this every single day, on here under the eyes, of course, the side here to try to avoid those deep circles and of course the wrinkles here. So I use that every single day. And Canada is so dry right now that I also use their Dream Lips before I go to bed. I put a layer here on the lips, and it really keeps your lips from chapping up. It's like a really advanced, I guess, lip treatment. So gives you that plumpy lips as well too. So that's kind of pretty much my third year catch-up testimonial. I did want to do one because the last time I did it was about a year and a bit ago. I want to do it every single year because I really do feel all these amazing changes. And so, again, if you are, I guess, looking at being on Fountain of Life, giving it a try, highly, highly, highly suggest that this should be part of your forever routine, because it is one product I think you can take that can cover the widest spectrum of benefits. It would definitely be this product here. And just to share with you, how crazy this product is, I actually did so much research now into this product over the last few years. And I started reading on all these different scientific studies, the US National Library of Medicine, ResearchGate, all these different things. And I want to show you guys one last thing here for those of you who are watching this video to see what this product has been able to show to be done. So this document here, I'm going to share a copy in the link to this video. You can click it, but basically it's if you click in all these different links here, okay, it will open up to the actual study that was done. So I mean, from Alzheimer's disease to ALS, antibacterial, anti-cancer, antifungal, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, anti-tumor, antiviral, anxiety, stress, mental health, neuroprotective, apoptosis, bioavailability, blood pressure, body weight, breast cancer. These are all the studies that have been done on lignans, right? that are in Fountain of Life. You know, cancer therapy, heart disease, cataracts, cholesterol, colon cancer, dementia, diabetes, encephalitis, glaucoma, gynecological diseases, hair growth, hormonal balance, hot flashes, menopause, HIV, Huntington's disease, hypertension, bowel disease, immune system, lipophilicity, lung cancer, metabolism. Uh, I think this is pronounced metastasis, migraines, non-toxic, osteoporosis, Parkinson's disease, prostate, sexual function, TMF, vitality. I mean, this is why if there's just one product that you want to have as part of your everyday routine, if you're thinking about vitamins or multivitamins or fish oils or this or that, there's one thing you may want to make sure that you have in your daily routine for health, is definitely the Fountain of Life. This product right here is the one product that I suggest everyone get on to. Again, they do have a 90-day satisfaction guarantee. There's no risk in giving it a try. It is all natural, Health Canada approved with the NPN number. But again, just as a disclaimer, and you will see my disclaimer in my video, Fountain of Life is not a cure for any disease or ailment. It is simply nature's most powerful plant lignin antioxidant, antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, and of course can also balance your hormones too. So, and of course a whole list that you just saw recently. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. And again, if you do like this video, please like it, subscribe to my channel. I'll have more videos, of course, too, perhaps focusing on different areas like breast cancer or diabetes. And that being said, have yourselves a wonderful time. Again, stay healthy, stay safe, and make sure you're taking the Fountain of Life. Take care, everyone. All the best.